And joining me in studio now is Riggs Eckelberry. Of course, he's the CEO of OOIL. OOIL is the stock symbol. Riggs, good to see you again.
It's a pleasure, Don.
Well, you know, the events in the world just continue to work in the favor of algae as a biofuel feedstock. We just are seeing oil go through the roof continually.
It's pretty scary. I was on Market Watch on Friday, and they were asking for comments. And I basically said, look, where this is going, it's driving a huge need for more fossil fuels from unconventional sources, and of course a need to uptake that CO2 to brown wash it, right?
Right.
And that's what's happening. I mentioned that our partner MBD Energy is doing extremely well in a conservative country like Australia, raising large amounts of money to grow algae. Isn't that incredible? So it's a fantastic direction. We're very pleased.
Well, what's really interesting about what we're talking about today on this program is that, of course, there are two major issues that are facing the United States. One, of course, is the need to get us away from, dependence on foreign oil. And the other, of course, is jobs. And we're talking about something right now that has a lot to do with both. I want to introduce now Mr. Dave Hanna. Dave is a good friend of us here at MoneyTV. He is the founder and the chairman of Lift Up America charity. Dave, always good to have you on here.
Well, thanks. Delighted to be with you. Appreciate this opportunity.
Now, Dave, give us about a 15 or 20-second description of what Lift Up America is all about.
Well, one of the things we focus on a lot is helping teach the less fortunate kids life skills, which a lot of times they don't get it at home, and then measure to make sure they actually really do these, and then we honor them. We do amazing events with movie premieres and sports stadium events. So these kids get a chance to do something that they could only dream about. And that encourages the kids now to take responsibility. And we've seen remarkable things. We've seen lots of kids go back and literally clean graffiti off the walls in one city for 42 weeks already.
Wow.
These were the same kids who were putting the graffiti on. So really, teaching responsibility to the kids, or teaching life skills, measuring and honoring them, that's what we drive.
Well, we've been challenging our guest companies here on the program to make a substantial donation to Lift Up America. And Riggs, I understand you have a presentation.
Well, you know, in response to your challenge, sir, we're happy to show our support for Lift Up America with 25,000 shares in Origin
thank
Oil.
You. My goodness,
that's a token of our appreciation.
That's a pretty good size piece of stock there.
Yes, well, in fact, it's more valuable because it's on cardboard. In fact, the real certificate's right here on the table.
All right.
But I want to mention that we believe strongly that algae and biofuels can grow jobs in inner cities the way no other green technology can, because it's on the ground, and the presence of all these blighted neighborhoods of industries actually creates an asset, because that's where the CO2 is.
Well, that's interesting. You know, Riggs and I have had a chance to chat about this a little bit, and the need to create jobs among the less fortunate obviously is huge. Mm-hmm. And we've talked about some very creative ways that we could work together in the next few years all across America to really help provide jobs and to help us grow the fuel needs. So this is fascinating.
Well, you know, you took the words right out of my mouth, because it is fascinating, the opportunity to create not only jobs, but green technology jobs, jobs of the future, jobs that are going to, you're trying to help mold these kids for the future. We're trying to help mold the industry for the future. It seems like a perfect tie-in.
Indeed.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. Riggs, I really appreciate you doing this. It's just a testimony to the kind of company that you're running.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, both of you.
Gentlemen, thanks so much again.
You bet.